Good morning, Intenders.
Good morning.
Welcome back to Morning Intentions. Today is Monday, July 6th. And Annette, did you have a lovely, long weekend?
It wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. It didn't feel as long, but it was lovely.
So lovely, short weekend.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad it was lovely. That's what's important. It's a great practice to try to find the loveliness no matter how short it is. Sometimes we can reserve our lovely descriptor for one that fits the length parameters and making sure you're doing exactly what you want to do. And we can be kind of bummed. Well, gosh, it didn't turn out the way I really hoped for. I thought it would be a lot longer. I wanted it to be a lot longer.
But I wanted it to feel longer.
Exactly something like that. But when we can find the loveliness within the space that we had or the space that it felt like, it opens up a whole new world to us. It opens up so many doors. And I've seen that for myself where I thought it was only good if it met specific parameters. And we can learn, and I've learned, that can just be good because of what it was. It doesn't have to fit my model of what I thought it should be. And that actually flows right into our topic today. When we're looking at reprioritizing our lives and all of those life changes that we're talking about, that is our theme, life changes and reprioritizing. This is where we use our curiosity tools from last month. Getting curious, checking in with this curiosity question, our first one of the week. We love curiosity questions. We love reflection questions. I think they do more for us than intentions because they allow us to reflect. So here's one for us to start our week off. What mattered 5 years ago that doesn't matter nearly as much today? Here it is one more time. What mattered 5 years ago that doesn't matter nearly as much today?
This is an important question because if we don't stop and ask this question, we'll just keep going along, even though life could have changed, our priorities inside our own hearts could have changed, but then we keep living from this old blueprint, so to speak. Do you have anything that pops in your mind about this, Ada?
I do, but I don't have it completely formulated in a way that would make it understandable and not cryptic to everyone else.
Oh, well, maybe I should start then.
Well, that's what happens. Usually I have this idea in my head and it's like, oh, I know what I'm feeling or I know kind of what the idea is. And then I start talking and that's where Annette says, cryptic. And it's not cryptic to me. And I'll say, how is that cryptic? How is that cryptic? I know exactly what I'm talking about. She says it's cryptic to the rest of us. So you start, I'll formulate.
Okay, so this is about our work. 5 years ago, now of course, we have to pay the rent. We have to earn enough in revenue so that you and I could have a life. But 5 years ago, I was still caught in that coaching trap.
What's the coaching trap?
The coaching trap is when you see something on Instagram and they're like, well, you're going to change your life in 5 easy steps. And then I've looked at the websites of these people and it's like, well, it's $350 for a session, $500 for a session. Now, we never went that far or did that. But in my mind, 5 years ago, I thought, well, to be a personal development coach, I'm going to need to do all the social media. I'm going to need to go to all the conferences. I'm going to need to price myself eventually at this point that is obnoxious to me. Now, I don't give one hoot about any of that. All I care about is, are we meeting our clients where they're at, and are we doing our best to support them? That's all I care about. I don't care about how many clients we have. I don't care about how much it is. I don't care about it at all. Like, I went from one extreme to another in a way. And it's not that and I want to bring this point up. I never acted or had actions that supported that kind of grifter type of mentality. I didn't have actions that would align with that. But inside, I thought, well, I must be doing something wrong, or we must be doing something wrong because we don't do all of that. And now I just don't care. Not like I don't care like because I'm sour about it. No, I just, there isn't anything in my body that cares about that.
It's not a priority.
Not at all. Not even priority. It's not even
It's not
on
even
my
a thing.
radar.
So let me ask
But
you
that
then.
really did matter 5 years ago.
So then what are you doing differently today, or do you have any holdovers from 5 years ago that you're still doing today? Any actions that you're still doing today that are representative of the 5 years ago you?
No, I don't have any.
None whatsoever.
None. I work reasonable hours. I think we charge a very reasonable rate. I'm not worried if we don't have as many clients as we could see on a given day. I just think, well, okay, now we're going to work on this or we're going to work on that. I don't have any of that going on. But I did. I mean, I really did before.
I would say that, and I will say, I will say that I could say the exact same thing. That 5 years ago, that was my priority. And now all I really care about is, did I show up the best I could in a session?
And what if we were feeling the way we feel, but then there was also a part of us that was still holding us to this 5 year ago scenario? To me, we would have a lot of inner angst. We wouldn't feel good about what we do.
And I feel that exact thing when we talk about making Instagram videos. If you go to our Instagram,
Okay, we gotta make a video one of these days, though.
I get that. And we have some amazing posts on the Instagram. But you notice there's no videos of either of us. And there's definitely no videos of me that are up from this year. The last one I made was in November, but I feel that feeling because I do see those coaching trap videos on Instagram, and they kind of just say, ugh, I don't really feel like
but
that.
I always tell you, we don't have to do that.
But see, before, maybe this will clue you into where I'm coming from. Before, I would try to put like our spin on those videos because we were never like the $500. We always just want to do reasonable prices for reasonable people. But I would still try to bring that energy, like, because I thought that's what you needed to do in order to be on Instagram. And there's a part of me that says, I can't make a video like that. And I don't even know then what to do instead.
Well, maybe it's time that we'd figure that out, because this is our example. But how many people have you and I talked with? How many of us, we're different today? Our priorities inside of us are truly different. Like, we don't feel the same way at all, yet we're still running and trying to play out that same old script. That is a life of incongruence and a life that feels heavy, and it also doesn't feel genuine.
And I think it also leads to burnout, because I know for me, then I have this feeling like I would rather, I'm trying not to say anything too extreme, but like I'd rather eat dog food than live that way anymore, you know? It's
You'd rather eat dog food than make an Instagram video?
not make an Instagram video, but have that energy or have that vibe to go with it.
Oh, that we can solve your problems in 3 sessions and they're only $700 each.
So that vibe, like, I cannot stand that. So then the thing is, then I'd say, well, I got so burnt out trying to imitate that, even if it was my imitation that was not nearly anything even close to that. And then I think, well, if that's Instagram, I want nothing to do with it. So I'd rather eat dog food than ever do that again. But then that's where life changes and reprioritizing come in, because we don't have to live like that's the only way to live.
I didn't know that that's what you thought you had to do on Instagram. I
don't
didn't know
really
that
go
about
on
you.
Instagram other than the videos that you send me.
I know you're not a social media person. Well, this is our example, but for our curiosity question today, let's put that out for everyone. Think of our example. What mattered 5 years ago to you that doesn't matter today? And then, of course, we're going to follow through as we go through the month. Are you holding on? Why are you holding on? Are you willing to honor what's really true for you today? But for today, let's start with this. What mattered 5 years ago that doesn't matter nearly as much today?
Thank you so much for joining us today. Our day is better because you are part of our day. See you tomorrow.
See you then.